Happy Vlogmas, guys. It's Wil Mikahson. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a return viewer, family member, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, I put out videos on fashion, lifestyle, travel, and throughout this portion of the year, I tend to do holiday videos. So if those are things that you like, I would love for you to join our family here. You can do so by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every single time I load a new video. In today's video, for the first day of Vlogmas 2025, I want to share with you guys all of the holiday decor that I picked up this season. I am going to try to make it quick. Last year, people dragged me in the comments and said that I spoke too much. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the very first thing that I picked up for this holiday season was this herringbone ribbon, which beautifully matches my blazer. I didn't know what direction we were gonna go with the main tree this year. Last year we did a classic traditional Christmas for Joey and Gianna in honor of Joey's mother, and they like traditional Christmas. So this year I'm getting my modern, luxurious Christmas tree, if you will. Well, last year was luxurious, I think, but like I'm getting like my more modern tree, which I love to do. So we elevated some of the space in our living room and got some darker accents, and so it just feels a bit moody in here. So I wanted something that had some monochromatic vibes to it, that had some texture. So I started off with this ribbon. It's a, like I said, black and white herringbone. It's not stark white, it's kind of like an ivory white, if you will. So I found this ribbon at Michael's. Unfortunately, I paid full price for it because it's not a part of their holiday decor. It is in their regular ribbon aisle, so I paid $11.99 for this. Although now I saw that it's on their website for $5.99. So if you are gonna pull inspiration from some of the things I purchased, go get this beautiful herringbone wired ribbon now. It is 2.5 inches and it's 25 feet long. So I picked up 3 of these. I just felt like we have a 9-foot tree. I don't know how to like really figure out how much ribbon I need. So I just felt like 3 was enough since I was gonna do a couple other ribbons. So this is what we started with for this tree. Sticking with ribbon, I happened to be in Home Goods one day and I came across this. I think this is a 2.5, yes, this is the 2.5 inch by 10 yard ribbon that I picked up for $7.99. I thought I picked up 3 4-inch width, but this 2.5 inch made its way in my cart. And I said, you know what, I can use it maybe for the top of the tree where things are a bit smaller. I don't know, but I picked this up and it's just really soft black velvet. And as I paired this with the herringbone, the vision for the tree started to form. So after I found the 2.5 inch, I did find the 4-inch width. And I picked up 2 of these initially, but on another trip, I found a 3rd one. These were $9.99, and again, I believe they're 4 inches by 10 yards. I think that with these 3 of the 4-inch plus the 1 2.5 inch, I think that that will cover the majority of the tree for as far as a good base is concerned. And then we could start layering with the more decorative ribbon on top of that. So now that we have these 2 ribbons that I'm gonna pair together, I wanted a white element to the ribbon factor. I wanted something that was gonna sort of marry these really well. And I kept coming across white, stark white. And I kept saying, this is really like an ivory. So I came across a website called, I'm gonna screw up the name, Coastal. I'll leave the name here and I'm gonna insert some B-roll. They are a beautiful brand. When we purchase a beach house, I'm definitely going to decorate our home with elements from that store. It is a beautiful, beautiful website. And I came across this herringbone ribbon, but it's in like an ivory color. It's not white, but it's not like off-white. It's the perfect shade for this tree. And the ribbon is by D. Stevens, but like I said, it was on Coastal's website. This is the most expensive ribbon I've ever purchased in my life. I think this was $42 a piece and I got 2 of them. Again, because we have a 9-foot tree, 4-inch width, and I believe this is 10 yards as well. So I think it's going to really just help balance out the tree, because I saw myself going down a really dark path and I kept saying, I'm gonna have a lot of dark elements on this tree. And I don't want it to be a goth tree. I want it to be elegant and upscale. So I felt like this texture and this color was the perfect marriage as far as the ribbons are concerned. And last, I picked up this decorative ribbon. It's 3 1/4 inches wide, so it's really, really thin. It's black velvet. I picked this up from Home Goods and I paid $6.99 for it. And I just got this because there's certain elements of our home that I want to just tie like really nice bow around it. Like our reindeer, that if I put them in front of the tree, I want to have like a nice black bow tie in front of them. I picked this up. I just picked up one because I don't need to put that many. I think just a reindeer. We have 4 reindeer in total, so I think maybe I'll put them on the reindeer just to give them some pop rather than just being silver. So that is the last of the ribbon. Moving on, I went into Hobby Lobby one day just looking, and I don't normally shop at Hobby Lobby for other reasons which I won't discuss. And I try not to really shop there, but I said, you know what, let me just pop in. And they had these black flowers. The first time I went in there, I said, you're between, when I first saw these, I had the black velvet ribbon and the herringbone. I didn't get the Collini Coastal yet. And I said, you are going to make this a really, really goth tree, and that's not what you're aiming for. So the first time I saw these, I left them. I ran back a week later and picked them up. There's just sort of this beautiful polyester, but it kind of gives sateen here with these ivory, I don't even know what you call those, and bulbs in the flowers, with this beautiful stitching on the outside. I found this flower to be so beautiful, and it's just so expansive. Like it opens up lovely. And I just feel like it'll be nice on the tree as far as like fillers and just giving it like that elegance that I was looking for. So I picked up 10 of these. They were originally $4.99. And when I went in, you guys know Hobby Lobby always has a sale. So when I went in, these were half off. So I got them for like $2.49 or something like that. So love these. I picked up 10 of these. On that same trip to Hobby Lobby, I saw these flowers. Now, I do not like glitter. Okay. But these flowers were just, they stood out to me because you guys know I love texture. So we have the herringbone, which is texture. We have that look, polyester sateen look of the black flower. And then this is kind of giving you this wool, white, I don't know. It's really, really nice. These were $5.99 and half off. So I picked up 10 of these. There's tons of glitter on this. I do not like glitter. So I was in the store beating these things like crazy, trying to get all the glitter out of them. And it's near impossible. On top of that, I was sifting through the bin because these orange price tags, I guess on some of them that were in the bin, like the color was rubbing off. So I had to find 10 of them that were clean enough and then shake off the glitter. Like people were looking at me in that aisle with all the black flowers and then these just going crazy. But I came across 10 that I love and I think that they're gonna look really nice popped into the tree. And I just think these two next to each other just scream elegant. I just love how they pair. I don't know if I'm gonna put them next to each other, but I think that the marriage of the two in the tree along with the ribbon, so far, I feel like we've got good footing of where we're going with our main Christmas tree. On another Home Goods run, I came across these black Christian Siriano ornaments. There's 9 of them. They're a matte black. Again, I was so afraid of buying so many black elements, but I felt like I needed these. I got 3 boxes of these. They were $16.99. I just feel like I needed them. I'm definitely going to use them probably in clusters around the tree, but the main star, when I came across these ornaments at Home Goods, it was something about that ivory color and the gray specks on these ornaments. They reminded me of pearls. And that's when I started to say, okay, my tree is like black and white and not white, but you know, a very elevated ivory. And these reminded me of pearls. And I was like, everyone's doing this Ralph Lauren Christmas. And I was like, I think I'm shaping up to have, and I don't want to say a Chanel tree, but like a Chanel inspired tree. Like the herringbone is kind of a nod to the tweed. And these ornaments remind me of pearls, like Coco Chanel and her pearls. Like, I don't know. So it started to form. I also got 3 boxes of these, $16.99 from Home Goods, like I said. And I typically do not do glass ornaments. These and the black ones are glass ornaments, and I'm extremely, extremely cautious. I'm nervous, but we're gonna pull it off. Let's shift to our bedroom tree. If you guys do not know, or if you guys did not see my video from last year and you're new here, our bedroom decor is gray and gold. So we have that element going on in there with a flocked white tree. And last year I got smaller versions of these balls, of these ornaments, but I saw these at HomeGoods, $16.99. And I just loved the texture. They looked weathered, the color, the size. I really, really like these. So I said I wasn't gonna purchase anything else for the bedroom tree. However, I caved and got these. Now, speaking of glass ornaments and our bedroom tree, I purchased these ribbed gray and gold ornaments. They're so modern. They're going to look perfect on our tree. I want you to know that I purchased 6 of these. One random day we were moving things in our bedroom and I had these like an idiot sitting on our little corner or nook chair. 4 of them fell off and cracked, okay? I had 2 left. This morning before I was filming, I dropped another one. So I'm left with this. I got these from Kohls. They're originally, I think, $10 a pop. I got them for $4. I am going to try to find more of these and guard them with my life. I can't get over all of the texture in our home now is fluted or ribbed. It's just, we got new cups that are ribbed. Our cabinetry is fluted. Like, it's just the vibe in our home right now. So I need these. And I need them for our bedroom tree. So really, really nice. Kohls they had some really good ornaments this year. These are from Midnight Forest and it's from St. Nicholas Square. I don't know if that means anything, but these and anything else that I can find online, I will pop them down below. But super excited for these. I cannot wait to go pick up some more. And I have to say, I started buying these in October, before Christmas stuff was even out. I think they just set up like a small Christmas tree in the corner and I went to 2 Kohls and wiped them out of the ones that they had. And now I have to find them again. But yes, those are some ornaments that I got for our bedroom tree. Also from Kohls, I picked up these angel ornaments. I mentioned in last year's video that there is this tree topper. It's a very modern bronze tree topper that I was trying to find from Crate & Barrel. It's only sold in Brazil now. But I'm obsessed with like angels that kind of look like this. I am not a fan of this color. It just looks like flat, like a mustard color, and I was really looking for a bronze. So I think that before we decorate the bedroom tree, I'm gonna spray paint these to make them look bronze and a little weathered, kind of like those last larger gold ornaments I showed you. So these were also $10 and I got them for $4 or $4.99. But I love these. I got a bunch of these and I cannot wait to see them on our bedroom tree. Next from Kohls are these star ornaments. They're black and mirrored. I think they are gorgeous. I picked up 10 of these, or 8, I can't remember. Originally $10, got them half off. I don't know if this mirrored action is gonna go well with the tree and like sort of that Chanel inspired vibe I'm going for, but I think it's gonna work. It kind of gives like, I can't remember. It's really giving me Terry Mugler meets Chanel, but I feel like I've seen like Chanel use like these sort of star pieces in like holiday animations years ago, but I think they're gonna look nice. Again, I cannot find the receipt, so if it doesn't work, I'll use them in another Christmas tree in years to come, but I think they're really, really nice. Now, I've fallen in love with ice skates. Last year at home had these like boucle red with white top holiday ice skates, and I did not get them. They have them again this year, but I went into HomeGoods one day and came across these ice skate ornaments. They're 8 inches, they're pretty big, and I absolutely fell in love. Are these not the cutest ornaments that you have seen? I was online looking for the red ones and like these popped up on eBay and they were selling them for like $50 or $30. And I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure they're like $15, $16 at a HomeGoods if I come across them. And I thought maybe they were from last season, from last year. I randomly went into a HomeGoods a couple days later and saw 3 pair of these and lost my mind. And this woman was walking down the aisle with me and she was like, A, they're gorgeous. B, what are you doing with them? And I said, I have a 9-foot tree and I'm gonna try to make it really plush and whatever. And she's like, those are stunning. She's like, I wish I could get those and put them somewhere. So they're really, really well made. the dark, you know, blade on the bottom made out of like cardboard or something. But just the detail of them, and I was like, this is definitely gonna go with that sort of luxurious après-ski Chanel-esque kind of vibe that I'm going for. So I got 3 of them initially, and then on another Home Goods run, I found 2 more. So I have a total of 5 of these, and I think that that's more than enough. As if those weren't enough, I proactively found these ice skate ornaments at another Home Goods run. All the ice skates are $14.99. I came across these and said, if we ever do a gray and white tree, I need these. So they're going straight to storage for future use, but I could not leave them. And I think I picked up 3 or 4 sets of these. I just love the texture around the base. I love the gray upper portion. Even like the red berries, I just think that these were done really, really well. One of them is missing this little piece here. I guess the hot glue wasn't enough, so it fell off in the store, but I was like, it doesn't matter. I'll tuck that one farther into the tree whenever I use them. But I thought these were really, really nice. I snagged these too. And if those weren't enough, I came across these on another random trip. And these, and the first ones, the black and white ones, are probably the most me. Part of me said, ooh, with this like brown, it kind of gives bronze a little bit. I can use this on our bedroom tree. And it is flocked, so it looks like this. I don't know, stay tuned in a future video, but I just couldn't leave these. These were too cute, and I believe I got 3 or 4 of them. And I also thought about using them in this tree because it has like these little like pearl thingies, and I was like, oh, that kind of gives the vibe of the ornaments, and another piece that I'm gonna share with you guys. So I could not leave these. Home Goods ate with these this season, and Balsam and Fur is the brand that makes these. Thank you so much, because this made my holiday. And last, how could I leave these? These are the plaid black, white, gray, and red ice skate ornaments. Love these. These were not on my bingo card. I was not expecting these. I found the other 3 and I was like, we're done. I saw these and lost my mind. They have little jingle bells on the end. I love the color. When we go back to traditional, that's a tongue twister. When we go back to traditional Christmas next year, these are going to be a staple in our tree. Hands down, these have to go in the tree. I just, look at them. They only had 2, and just like the other ones, like the gray ones, one of them is defective and it's missing the lace here, but it's fine. I could not have these. And I'm done with ice skate ornaments. So these are probably my most controversial purchases of this haul. I picked up these bunches of berries. There are 3 in a bunch. And so there goes one, a berry. So one little bunch like this was $25. I picked up 4 bunches, so that this is $100 right here. $100 damn dollars. And I said to myself, are you nuts? I could have gone to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and got some smaller berries. But there was something about these that really paired well with those ivory ornaments that I said reminded me of pearls. And yes, I could have gone and got like a faux string of pearls, but this felt a little bit more organic, if you will. Like, because of the brown branches, it felt like it was something that you'd see on a tree and out in the wild, you know, in the forest. So I picked them up. And I contemplated returning these so many times until, again, I realized I threw out the receipt. This season, I've been buying things and I'm like, I love it, gotta have it, boom, trash the receipt. I'm not returning that, but I'm glad I didn't. These are gonna look so stunning in the tree, and I don't know if I'm gonna put them in one bunch like that, or it's like connected. Oh no, it's wired together. I don't know. I might try to separate them just to allow it to really just sort of spread out more, but I also might just put them in 4 different bunches. At any rate, these are the white berries. Next, I picked up these metal trees from Home Goods. They were $16.99. This metal matches our bedroom lamps perfectly. Again, I was like, we don't need them, but like we never decorate on the mantle below our television in our bedroom. So I was like, maybe I'll put some reindeer up there and put these. I got 2 of them, 1 for each side. And I just think they're really cute. I think they're very elevated, very modern, but sophisticated. Great, fun holiday decor. And just for reference, going back to this angel ornament, You see how cute this is? Very demure, very shiny, very modern, very sleek, very finished. And this is dull and like mustard. I'm going to spray this so that it hopefully matches this finish with a little weathering. I think I want it to be a little weathered, but it's definitely going to match this hue, but not necessarily the finish. Next, I picked this tree topper up from Target. Again, I'm trying not to shop at Target. However, we're human, right? So this is, I think this was $15. It's that bronze color, but it feels a little cheap. So again, I'm going to sort of try to spray it to be more bronzy rather than like high polished yellow gold. But I love it. I think it's gonna pair well with the angel ornaments that I got from Kohl's and just sort of bring our bedroom tree to like a nice cohesive look. All right, guys, we are winding down. These came from Target, the Wonder Shop. These are 200 millimeter or 8-inch, I believe, ribbed silver ornaments. And I think that this is going to be the piece de resistance for our main tree. And we can use it in years to come, right? But I think that what I love about this is that when I thought about this Chanel inspired tree, I didn't want it to be like, oh, I'm putting interlocking C's on it, or I'm writing Chanel on the ornaments, you know. But when it's pulling inspiration from it. When I think of like the quilting, the diamond stitching of a Chanel bag and like just how plush it looks when you look at it, even though this is not diamond quilted stitching, something about the ribbed pleating of it reminded me of like a Chanel little bag. And even though it's not black or, you know, traditional Chanel black, I don't know, I just pulled that element, that sort of puffy element from a Chanel bag and said, this is going to work really well in this tree. So I picked up, I think 8 of these. So I picked up 4 or 6. I don't know. I picked up a bunch of boxes of these and I'm gonna just pop them in the tree as a base. After I think I do the ribbon, I'm gonna pop these in just to give texture and depth and dimension to the tree. I got these when they were $12. They're originally $20. They're probably gonna go back on sale again, but I got them at $12, the $12 price range, which is great. Got $6 a ball, which is fine. I think $10 for each is a bit much. However, love these, so excited to put these in the tree. So I found these reindeer when I went to Target. Again, I tried not to go to Target all season, but in a last ditch effort, I was like, let me just run in there and see what they have. They had these adorable little fabric reindeer. They're gray, they're white with these gray scarves and the gray antlers. Like they're just super, super cute. I picked up 6 of these. And like their little underbelly, they're adorable. Adorable. When I talked about using those gray and white ice skate ornaments along with some other pieces here for a future gray and white tree, these are definitely going to be used on that tree. Like they're so stinking cute. And then I saw these. 5 years ago, my cousin Aretha had a beautiful tree and she had these, they were more ornate and like it was more burgundy, but she had these letters to Santa mailbox ornaments that I fell in love with. And I searched and searched and searched and I still can't find something that beautiful because it was just a little rustic, just vintage enough, but like enough to still work with a modern aesthetic. This is the closest thing I found to it. And it was at Target. I picked up a bunch of these. I don't even know how much these were. I think they were $5 a piece, but really, really nice. Again, we go back to our traditional or classic Christmas tree. This is definitely going to be an element on that tree. And they're made really, really well. So if this is your aesthetic, go. Again, I'm trying not to shop at Target or promote Target, but whatever, it is what it is. If this is your aesthetic, go to Target and grab you a bunch of these. And last but not least, on that Target run, I picked up these finial ornaments. They've got like the onion looking one, the finial shape, black, white, and gray. I will use these for the foreseeable future. When we do that gray and white tree, this year's tree is gonna have these in it. And I may pop these in too, because this gray matches our bar stools and our couch to a T. It's perfect. So I picked up 4 boxes of these. And again, these are just ornaments I know I will be able to use in our future trees. They're shatterproof. Again, back to the shatterproof, because it's the safest. I will say though, those ribbed large ornaments I just showed you guys, the 8-inch, I picked up a couple of them from the store and saw like that they were cracked. So while they don't shatter, because they're shatter resistant, that's what they are. But if you drop them hard enough, they will get like a crack in them. So I think that that goes for most shatterproof ornaments, but I just thought these were really, really, really nice. And I cannot wait to start decorating and using all of these, well, not all of them, because like I said, some of them are for next year's tree and years to come. But I'm really excited to start decorating for this holiday season. Our tree went up November 1st and she's been defrosting, but now it's time to hit the ground running and set up for Christmas. In my next video, I'm going to be decorating this tree with you guys, and then we're gonna do the bedroom tree in another video. But I wanted to kick off Vlogmas with this, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything that I've shared in this video, do drop it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy holidays, guys.